Thanks for joining us. It's so good to see you guys here. Sorry we're a little late per usual. We really got to work on that.
Late as always, but back and more scattered than ever. Married with Issues Live. This is issue 77.
Yes, 77. I know, I can't believe it already.
I know, it's insane.
Definitely want to thank you guys for tailgating and being here in the chat. Sean, Stay Puff, good to see you. McD, good to see you too. Hope it's not too late in your time zone, because I know it's probably early morning there.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Goodness gracious. The Last Ronin, so good. We're going to have to get into that later, but I'm like super stoked. We were watching your show earlier, Sean, and we agree with like the different size bag and boards. I like the format, but at the same time, it's like it's a hassle to change the bag and board and have it be like one size instead of fits all type of thing, you know, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and when we get into that, we'll show the
Barbarian. Good to see you too. Thanks for being here. I forgot to turn on the live chat, so I just did that.
Yeah, we'll show the kind of custom made kind of,
makeshift MacGyver board. Bag and board we did for Ronin. It actually works. It actually works out quite well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and what's cool, I mean, so I had to end up using two different ones, so I mean, we double and triple boards books all the time, but
we had to make shift more the board than we did the bag. The bag just like was from something else.
I don't know, where the bag came from, but it fit perfectly.
Yeah. We actually have a lot of random like bags and boards that are just like like the one for the bicentennial one.
The treasury, yeah.
Yeah, the treasury. Like I don't remember where we got the bag on that one.
Yeah, that one was like
I think it was like a slab bag or something.
It might have, something like that.
It could have been. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Werewolf by Lunchtime. Good to see you.
Yeah, what's going on, buddy?
I had to tape up a magazine bag and have it put in a current boards. I would have not known which ones to use. Yeah. Because I really, it was such a good story. So good. I'm already getting into it. Like, I can't help it.
We could get into it first if that's what you want.
Well, it's up to
usually
you,
we go right to the hunt, but
usually you're the boss man, and you and your banners and panels and
I didn't make any for the show. We were running behind and everything. So
no, I got him so sidetracked yesterday, guys, and then we got a bird out of the wall.
Oh yeah, holy cow!
Yep, there was a bird,
I think the little bugger's trying to get back in too. I can hear him.
I think he is trying to get back in because it's like we had heard like the feet on the ceiling the morning or so ago, and we were like, "What was that?" And like we both heard it clear as day.
It was like really quick though, just like like little claws like on the other side of the ceiling.
Yeah, so I mean, like we weren't too worried, and then like that next morning after, when he was waking me up, he's like, I heard it a lot louder. It sounded like it got into something else, and I don't know what it is. I'm too afraid to go back there and look. And I'm like, it's okay. I'll take a look. We can see what's going on.
Because it was like more, it was like over, yeah.
And it was just, I'm sorry. I thought it was hilarious. Like, you're the one running away. It was adorable, though. I loved it.
But we ended up getting pictures and stuff that you haven't posted yet, right?
I have not posted them yet. I do need. I'm going to post them probably after the show.
Yeah,
it was actually a really gorgeous bird. And
he was.
Yeah, I actually made a GIF because after we got him out, he still stayed on the my hair's getting stuck. He still stayed on the patio for a second before he flew away. And I swear he did this cute little waddle, and then he like looked both ways, and then he looked down, and then he flew away. And I'm like,
at first he stood there and it was just side-eyeing us like,
he's like, you're kicking me out,
like, do I really have to go?
That's like really what it was like, because like the maintenance guys with the apartment ended up helping us get him out with like the board that he was on.
I mean, they had to cut him out of the wall where he was in.
They had to cut him out of the wall.
Yeah, and it's weird because like
hey Kachoon, thanks for joining us.
Yo Kachoon.
We're just talking about the bird that was found in our walls and had to get it out.
Like I love birds too. I mean,
they're beautiful creatures, and like.
But I don't know. So I was just like terrified of this one for whatever reason. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, honestly, I think it was. You didn't know if it was a sheep with a bucket on its foot.
Yeah, you told me the
yeah. It sounded like a lot worse than what it was. It sounded like really bad.
Well, yeah,
And
because
it
at
was like
first you don't
really
know what it
loud
is.
too.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you just hear claws scratching in the vents, and
Exactly. So we had that element of mystery of like, what could it be? It sounds like it could be this, but it sounds like it could also be that. So we're like, that uncertainty is where the fear came in of, I don't know what it is, but what we do know is it got louder during the day and just like,
and then all
yeah.
evening and night and everything, it would be
And then,
stone silent. Like,
oh, you know what though? So before I called maintenance up to come take a look and like see what was going on, like, like find what's in the walls, I had a feeling that I need to get a recording of the sound because, and it happened the way that I imagined it was going to happen. So long story short, the maintenance guys show up and I'm like, oh yeah, I open the door, I walk him to where we're hearing the noise and where we think it's coming from. And we're tapping on the walls, silence, dead silence. Whereas what I had done was like an hour before I called them, I went in and was kind of tapping the walls, and so every time I would hit record on my phone so that you could hear the noise. Every time I hit record, he would go silent, and then when I hit stop, he'd make noise. So there was a good couple wasted attempted videos because I'd be tapping on the walls to get him to make noises, and every time he would make a noise, I would hit it would be right as I'm hitting stop on the recording because it's already been a minute and there's no noise. I'm like, so yeah, so when they did get here, of course, it was like right as I assumed it was gonna be dead silent.
exactly.
And they like, I'm like, I knew it.
And
It
I was
was
like,
gonna
I
happen.
knew it. They're gonna think we're crazy. Like,
I already felt like I sounded crazy
I
calling the
know.
maintenance. Like there's something living in our walls. It's like making noise. Like
And what it was is it had fallen. So like how we heard it on the roof at first. So it was like inside,
yeah,
like in
because
up there.
the way that it got in is like the patio thing. There's like a little, like there's like when you go outside on our patio, there's like the little roof part that's like angled down, and there's a little hole right there where he like crawled in and then got like, yeah.
But like he had like fallen like down, like
Oh.
down though, and the noise we kept hearing was him trying to like fly.
Yeah.
He kept trying to like fly back up or something.
Yeah, that's what it was because he had started making more noise, and it's because of where they had it eventually cut him out of the wall is a smaller space, and it was like pure darkness. So he couldn't really see anything. So he was kind of getting a little more nervous and like loud and like survivor mode, not mold. Jesus, I can't talk.
Survival mode.
But I didn't know you were afraid of birds, McD. Horses freak me out. Like, horses are beautiful creatures. I love them. They're gorgeous. But every time I get close to one, I just get terrified. I get scared. I don't know why.
I've always been like kind of freaked out by them too. And I think what it is they're just such powerful animals too, and they're so big.
Yeah, they really are.
And they're, I mean, like when you're close to them, with their big, like heads with their long, I guess nose, but.
I even went horseback riding.
You don't know what
as a
they're
kid
thinking, and they're just incredible, like how the power of them.
They are so majestic.
They are, but it's just like a little terrifying when you're standing right next to one.
Yeah, but I like birds. I think they're pretty and they're not bad. And it was actually pretty funny because when I came back and I was asking them if they found it, they're like, "Yeah, it's a baby bird. We're gonna let it out," which did not look like a baby bird at all.
Yeah, they were saying it was bigger. A baby, but he was.
It looked bigger than a baby bird to me, but I don't know birds that well. And so the second he heard that, he just like bolted and just like opened the door, and then I thought it was funny. I'm like, the roles kind of switch sometimes, but that's why I love you, and you're the boss man.
Yeah, Katrina says, I miss the morning sounds of Australia. So many birds. I bet. God, that was probably so awesome.
That reminds me of this meme where it's like, it's all fun and games until you start to hear the birds chirping, because it's like you stayed up all night partying and like and then it's like that. It has like Ice Cube in it too, in the meme.
Million times.
It's the funniest one I came across.
Like you're just sitting there hanging out talking, like all the windows are like shut or blinded shut or something. So you have no idea, and it doesn't seem like it's that late, but then you start hearing birds chirping outside and you're like,
it's all fun and games till you hear the birds at the window and you're like, wait, I've stayed up all night?
I swear I didn't forget my drink. I thought I brought it in here.
That's a you problem. You can go get it.
I just could have sworn I brought it here. Yeah, hang on.
We're a special kind of special. We work through our issues one panel at a time here. I'll shout out the chat as he goes and comes back. If I can catch up. I have 8 budgies. Oh, okay. So many species of birds in Australia. Yeah, the sounds of birds are just beautiful. They are really awesome. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, yeah, that's okay. He found it, guys. He found it. Yeah, because like I've even gone horseback riding before as a kid, and I just like they're still beautiful creatures, but for whatever reason, whenever I get close to one now, I just like get scared, and I don't know why. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird because I've even rode horses before when I was younger.
You live with a 1-year-old African gray parrot, but you hate how? What? That's beautiful.
Probably because it's chirping all damn day long and all night long.
Yeah.
I bet.
There was a video I saw once of this guy. The cops got called on him for domestic abuse.
Domestic abuse.
Yeah, I'm like switching the O and the M and the U and the whatever. I can't speak, guys. Hooked on Phonics didn't work for me. Yeah, he gets the police called on him because they think there's a domestic abuse, and then the police come up. He's working on his car, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you want to see the culprit?" And it's his bird. He goes and gets his bird, and his bird is just going off about. And it was a rescue bird too, so it wasn't that one that he had trained to say the things that he was saying. It was a bird that was a rescue, so it had like all of these words from
its previous owner.
Yeah, from the previous one. It's funny,
but it was yelling like
screaming
like murder.
Yeah,
just like
yeah. It sounded bad, but it wasn't. Hey, Rod, thanks for joining us. Good to see you.
Yep, see, Barbarian said correct. Yep, it's because it chirps all damn day and night long. Everybody, because I've never owned a bird, like a domestic bird like that, like at home. I've never owned anything like that, but everyone that I've known that has, yeah, those things don't shut up.
Yeah, no, eventually the bird that was in our wall kept chirping too. That it was a high-pitched chirp too. Like, it sounded like the smoke alarm. Like, we changed the batteries.
But he kept the mystery the whole time. He didn't really chirp until, like, we were, like, trying to get him out when maintenance was here, right? Because I never really heard
earlier
him.
In the day, because before we called maintenance is when he was chirping, like, during the day.
That time I thought it was the alarm, the smoke alarm. And
yeah, because it was, like, right before work that they started, that it was, like, chirping more, and we're like, okay, what is it? And at that point, we had kind of figured out that it was a bird by then, with the chirping. But, yeah, it was a whole fiasco.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, seeing Barbarian says he sleeps with earbuds usually, too.
Oh.
Or earplugs, sorry. Yeah, earplugs, probably.
I can sleep like a beast, man. I could be like...
You could sleep through everything.
There could be construction going on out my window, and I could have just downed 5 cans of Red Bull, and I'd still be able to sleep.
See, in Rod, I had a mockingbird that kept me up after midnight.
I believe it. It's actually really funny. When I told my mom about it, she reminded me this other time, me and my sister, it was summer of junior high, so it was either going into 8th or going into 9th. It was the summer of. I was sleeping in my room, and I remember my sister came screaming in the room, waking me up, like, "Jess, get up! There's a bird in the house! There's a bird in the house! What do we do? How do we get it out? What do we do?" And she was just freaking out, and I'm like... Waking up, of course, I'm a teenager at this time, so I'm like not even getting out of bed till like noon or 1 o'clock. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? There's a bird in the house, and so then I get up and I'm like, oh shit, there's a bird in the house. It like came down through the chimney, and she screamed frantically and kind of ran around a little bit because she didn't know what to do and she didn't know what kind of bird it was, and so I was like, well, open this door, open that door. Let's kind of steer him out, and yeah. Good times.
I'm sure you probably already know, but yeah, if one gets down like through our chimney or anything like that and is flying around
you're gone.
Oh, and the crazy thing is,
I had to convince him to kill a spider.
I'm surprised I even got that one for you.
Right, yeah, because the angle on that one though, usually I can kill him just fine, but the angle on the one of where he was at,
because he was up on the ceiling. Yeah. So like how she said, I flew out of the apartment
so quick.
But I guess what had happened once he came out, he had flown in our bedroom, I guess, and I guess he actually landed on top of my Deadpool shrine.
on like the top part and the bottom part, and it was actually kind of cute because it's like even though he landed on his shrine, he like still waddled around instead of
and was
knocking
dodging
over.
the statues and figures, and
Yeah, he was walking around the figures, like he wasn't just like knocking everything over. So there, it was just like it was kind of adorable once.
Oh my god,
he was a gorgeous bird. He was like I don't know if he was a sparrow, but he was gorgeous.
he was a plump little bugger, like a robin. But I mean, did you ever get like a shot of his belly? Now that I'm
No, I
thinking,
don't.
all those pictures, it was kind of from the backside.
Yeah, it was all from the backside. I didn't get his belly.
So he could have had like a red or orange little belly,
Jack
like robins do.
They're adorable dogs, though. I want a cat.
Boxer werewolf had, it was a werewolf. Yeah, had boxer dogs growing up.
Yeah, I do like birds. So they're not bad. Oh, and yeah, so the makeshift board, was that going to be the first one, or?
The what?
Uh-huh.
What'd you say? I was, what?
I am rubbing off on you a little too much.
Bad today. Like holy cow. Like, I'm surprised I made it out of the his and her hunt today alive.
I know, oh my goodness gracious. It was the funniest thing. He was going through a long box, and I had just found a few more books. And I turned to him, and I'm like, wait, where's this stack of what we're getting and what's going back in the hold? Like, where are our books? And he's like, huh? I was like, where are our books? And he just kept responding with, huh? That even the owner, Dave, that was there, was like, oh, they're right over here. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, he just couldn't. Yeah, it was adorable.
And like, I don't even recall you like asking. I don't remember hearing you ask me that. And
it's like asking it right out. Like what? I was looking at you and asking. I was speaking even loud enough with my mask on. I thought it was hilarious. Because how many times has that happened the other way around? I mean,
I know.
Even like when we were showing the favorite covers, and you had just shown the 7.5 ASM, and I'm like, or you could show this one. And you're like, I already did.
It was literally the one I just set down from showing it.
Yeah, goodness gracious, guys. I don't know how we're still alive.
All right, but yeah, getting into the his and her
yes.
comic
here. Yeah, spiders. I can't do spiders.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably my biggest one. Those spiders. Yeah.
I can usually kill him, no problem. But the one that I had to convince him to do, it just was the wrong angle.
Like a lot of things with us, it goes back and forth. Like because there's times when it's terrifying you and I'll get it, or there's times when I'm like, hell no, you get it. I think it just depends
on the angle. Like how the ability, if they're in a hard spot compared to an easy spot.
Yeah, like the one that like ran at us that time. Mm-hmm. I remember that one. You were having problems with that one too, because how he was like in the Doctor Who Funko Pops and stuff.
Yeah, he came charging at us. Like we thought he was gonna run the opposite way, and he came charging at us. Yeah,
that spider had like track. Murder in its million eyes.
It's so easy for us to get off track.
Starting with the new books first. I only had a couple new books. This was a small new book week.
I am terrified of the spiders in Australia. Those ones get big. Like
God,
no, I will not mess with those.
Oh, hell no.
I like that cover. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so it's Batman 102.
Is that one a first appearance?
Yeah, I think this is what I think they're calling it.
Or it's supposed to be?
Because I haven't read 101 yet, and I think was it 101 or was it the end of? Or no, I haven't read 101. I don't think.
I don't think you have.
Well, anyways, is that the wind out there?
Yeah, it's the storm coming in because it's going to snow tomorrow.
It sounded like it was behind me with the headphones on, but over there.
Maybe we need to check your hearing. Are you getting that old?
Huh? Just kidding. But no, he had like a
yeah, you guys, we got all the issues, presenting issues.
Yeah. So he had a cameo on like the Stinger page on a I think it was issue 99 or 100.
I still need to catch up on all of those, but
I think this is going to be his first full appearance. I think of Ghostmaker.
I like that cover.
But yeah, that's a good cover.
For mine, I'm going to show an old book. It took so long to get this book. I didn't know if it was the seller. I didn't know if it was USPS, but it was like it didn't arrive until almost a full week after its arrival date when I ordered it on Amazon. So I was starting to get worried, and I'm like checking the tracking, and it's just not showing me that it's moved from anywhere in a while. But I actually used it as Femme Fatale because it's just an awesome cover, you guys. It's Batman 323, and it is so gorgeous.
And then you made an awesome discovery about it that we didn't realize that Barbarian will like.
Yeah, check this out, Barbarian. So I was reading it because I was like, "Ooh, this is a good story. You know, I want to know what's going on." I was so excited for it. It is a Mark Jewelers
Which,
insert variant.
yeah,
And
which
then
was
there's
not mentioned in the
actually just another one that we have that we were able to see. So that we discovered two of them. But yeah, this one has the Mark Jewelers
insert. Yeah, the
insert
inserts in the mouth.
variant. Yeah, and it's just like it's so awesome because I mean, like Femme Fatale, who has the nerve to choke out Batman? You know,
Right.
like all the bad guys are gonna, they know to stay clear of the Batman.
Oh yeah.
But here is Selena Kyle just going full force charge, like, no, you listen here.
I kind of want to see when her last appearance
It
in
was a really
Batman
good
was
story.
before that, because how it says the return of Catwoman.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in too, because it's actually right around the time of the other ones that I collected, the total 6, where they all have something to do with them discovering their identities.
Yeah, it all pertains to their identities. See, and then
awesome.
313 is their first like date and kiss.
Yes, and that one
and that's 323, so that's only 10 issues later.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's choking she's choking him out.
Yeah, I love that. She's just like, she's going full force. She's like, you ain't gonna tell me what to do.
Oh my god, yeah, ka-ching. With the spiders in Australia, he says, yeah, you start to worry when you see a spider carrying your Vegemite sandwich away.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
There was one time when we were working at the same place at a warehouse before I started the job that I had. I was sitting on a rock and we were eating our lunch, and all out of nowhere, I saw like a spider like this big start crawling up my leg. My phone got thrown so far, and I was so glad it didn't break.
Wasn't that the jumping one too? Didn't it jump?
It was a jumping one.
Yeah,
and it was the biggest jumping one I've seen because they don't usually get big.
Small, yeah,
they stay pretty small, but that one was just like the biggest one I had ever seen.
And it was still like the black and white, like how the small ones normally look. This one was just like way big.
It freaked me out.
Yeah, that thing was a trip. Yeah, keeping with the new books and with Batman.
I know you're going new and I'm going old first.
Yeah, there's Adventures Continue, number 6. It's a good cover on that one.
I'm glad I remember. We almost didn't get that one. That was like a last minute one where I was like, oh yeah.
I can't believe I missed it on the new rack because I don't know why it wasn't in our hold because I thought I was down for it. I mean, we've been getting it and we have the first 5, but I don't know.
There was like one of them that they didn't have was Norse.
The second of Neil Gaiman's Norse mythology.
Is it the second or is it the third? Yeah, it is the second because that first one is the New Comic Book Day.
That's right.
Not New Comic, Free. Yeah.
Yeah,
Free Comic Book Day is what it was, and so yeah, it would have been issue 2 that they didn't have, but would have came out. And then this one, I was cataloging some of the other books, and I came across this one and put it on my like wish list, and then I just thought it was ironic that I saw it the next day I went there.
Yeah.
And so it's just, this one was like a cover buy. I really like it. It's Detective Comics, starring Batman 551. It has a Calendar Man appearance. I thought it was a cool cover. Like, I really like this.
It is an awesome cover, and when you were replacing the bag and board, you were kind of flipping through it, and there is a splash page in there.
Oh, this splash. I'm gonna take a picture of it and post it on Instagram.
It's pretty ahead of its time, I'd say.
Because I wanted to see, I thought for a second, I was like, well, maybe this could be a Mark Jewelers variant. So I was kind of looking for it, and I didn't see it. But when I got to the center page, it was a splash page ahead of its time. So, so far ahead of its time.
I mean, it stands up by today's standards, and that's, probably...
It was June of 85.
Yeah, 80s, I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, Chaos is the Calendar Man. Time is an illusion. We're not all really here, guys. We're just transparent in a different...
Right.
What's the word? I can't think.
Transparent in alternate, like, dimension or universe?
Yeah, dimension. Like a parallel universe.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy, where he's like he's walking through and nobody's there, but like through the thing you can like see as if when
from,
like life
the
was
past
there. Yeah, like transparent. Like there's like I don't know. I'm a crazy person.
You know what's weird? That's a pretty handy technology. You'd think you'd use it a lot more often, but I don't think he's ever used it again. Like since that. You know what I mean? I mean, he's had his helmet and stuff, but.
Oh, yeah, I forgot what you were talking about for a second, and then I realized what you were saying. Yeah, I know, why doesn't he use that technology?
I mean, it seems like
he kind of did. He was using it, though, in finding where it was he needed to go to get what he needed to get.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. He used it that time at the beginning of the very first movie, but ever since,
maybe it wasn't relevant.
it's never like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, guys. I get us so off track. I don't like. I really don't know how we're even
Like
still alive.
when they're like looking for Thanos or something, like
Right?
when that came in
Yeah.
handy.
I'm just gonna show this one more time because it's like it was a cover by. I like it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it's still a really clean copy too.
It is. Yeah. I liked the numbers on it and just like the dimensions and so I had to.
Yeah, it's a really good cover. It's wasn't it Pat Broderick and I think Bob Smith inks.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah. This one was actually kind of a late addition
Mermaid?
to our like hold lit, like or pre-order kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I had forgot about it because I did see it in solicitations a while ago. But yeah, I'm stoked for this. So this looks pretty dope. It's the Wolverine Black, White, and Blood #1.
Isn't that marinate stuff like this stuff that looks like peanut butter but isn't or something? That what's Simple Simon, was it
Marmite?
Mermaid? Yeah, Marmite. It was. Oh yeah, I'm really glad that one was in the hold. Actually, I really want to read that one too.
I don't know if I've ever even heard of
Isn't it
Marmite.
like a type of food that's like a seasoning or something? I think it is.
I don't think I've heard of it.
I think it was on share Life with. Oh yeah, I was really excited for that one too. I want to read it, but there was like one of the Saturday shows with Rena, and I think it was Simple Simon that it's like he went and got something. It's like it looks like chocolate or it looks like peanut butter, but it has a completely different taste.
I don't know.
That's my guess. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I don't think I've really heard of it before, but I'm definitely intrigued now because it sounds interesting, like peanut butter and chocolate, but not like.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't remember exactly what it was, but
yeah, I don't know.
it was something that like didn't taste good.
Yeah, Werewolf says yeast extract spread. Okay,
Yeah,
so it's a spread and stuff like
so it is what I thought it was. Yeah, because I remember when Rena had, I think it was Simple Simon on. They were I was watching and he like went and got some, and it's like how most people think it's really gross because it's like I don't know, like I would compare it to eating cocoa powder.
Well, like I'm just like kind of think like yeast extract. So is it kind of like more buttery or something then, or? I don't know.
I don't know. It's in another country. I don't know if we have it here.
I mean, I'd try it. Yeah, I don't think I've really heard of it that much.
One.
It must be more like a more European thing, maybe, or something like that.
I think so. Yeah.
Either you hate it or love it. Yeah, I'm sure it definitely sounds. It's like one of those things that it's either.
I love candy corn. Oh, so good.
Like that. That's another thing. You either love it or hate it. Like there's no in between.
I mean, you can disagree, but I think candy corn is so good. So good. There was a meme that I saw where it was a candy corn Hershey's cookie bar that they had made, and it was saying something along the lines of they were so intrigued, they were so invested of seeing if they could do it that they didn't stop to think if they should. And I'm like, well, hell yeah, they should have. I need to try that. Like, I need to find it. Like, candy corn is good. I love candy corn. And this one we almost got a double on, but then with our budget and everything, we decided to just get one copy. But it is the facsimile of this gorgeous book.
Yeah, one of my favorite covers.
We almost got 2 copies of it, but then it was just kind of like, well,
So yeah, since our budget for the hunt itself was a little bit.
And then honestly though, since we had some other stuff in the hold though too, it was like if we're gonna spend money getting a duplicate, we should spend it to get it out of the hold. Get more out of the hold than to take out to put in less than you take.
Especially when we both had small weeks on new books.
Is that the way I said it before?
Yeah,
take out more than you put in. Yeah.
That's like our rule with our
hold. Yeah, it's a good one to be in because then it doesn't get too big, and then it like turns into like a back over.
We don't want overflow again like we had.
Yeah. I don't want another overflow. Hey, Glitter and Duct Tape, thanks for joining us. Oh, watching your video when you went live with the boating, I thought that was awesome. Yeah, she went live. Not live, but she did a video on YouTube. Where she was like I watched part of it. It wasn't a live video, but it was a video. If I remember.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that.
I could have sworn it was. Yeah, I love this facsimile. I was so happy they still had it. I thought it was going to be one that they'd sell out of quick.
Yeah,
and they still had like a few copies. So
but they still did have like 3 or 4
one.
there, and like and we wanted to buy like an extra one just in case if someone. Because here's the thing with all these awesome facsimiles they've been doing. Every time one comes out and it's like
So
one we get or
beautiful.
some, I always notice we always notice at least someone in the community says that they their shop didn't have that one.
You know what I love most about this facsimile is with all the other facsimiles where it would have had the 5 cents, the 10 cents, it says the actual price. This one still says 12 cents, but down on the barcode is where you see the $3.99.
Yeah, because on a lot of them they even change.
Because see, it still shows the 12 cents, but the $3.99 is right here.
You want to know why it might be different there? Because it is just that small little space where they can put it.
Yeah, but
when they do change
wrong,
no, I think you might be right. I mean, at least that I can recall off the top of my head. But the other times it's when there's more space to where they can actually change that to a $3.99.
Yeah, because I don't know on the other facsimiles, is it that where they says the price? The only difference of how you know it's a facsimile is because
on some of them, yeah, I've noticed that.
It says like the real price. Yeah, because like on the AF-15 9.8 facsimile up there, where it had yeah. So.
Yeah, even on that AF-15, it says $3.99.
I do this all
I bet it's the spacing.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't put like a $3.99 in that.
I swear, my brain knows things that I don't know. It just like.
I've always been the same way. Just notice
and then I'm like, wait, how did I know that?
Yeah, I can just notice weird details and connect. Like, yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't know. It's a trip.
I don't know, but you get my crazy. My crazy fell in love with your crazy.
Yeah. It goes together like peanut butter and jelly. That's for damn sure.
Mhm.
So this is my last new book. So Star Wars number 8, which I'm loving the Star Wars books. Star Wars. I'm not reading all of them. I think I'm reading all of them except the Dr. Aphra one. I think. Yeah, because there's this.
So.
Or no, because I'm not. I think there's still the Kylo Ren one too. I think it's still going on. I'm just reading Star Wars, the Bounty Hunters, and the Vader one.
Yeah, definitely the Vader one too.
Yeah, the Vader one has been really good too.
Yeah. Oh, so I won a Star Wars blanket from work, and it is an awesome blanket. It's a really cool quilt, and it was funny because I was laying it.
Yeah, we'll have to show it sometime.
Yeah, we will have to show it. It was this really cool, awesome blanket that it was a
coworker,
yeah. A coworker had made it, and it was like different patterns of Star Wars material. And then as I was kind of like unfolding it and just kind of looking at what the patterns were, I noticed there was one little patch that had Star-Lord, and I'm like, well, wait, that's a different. And it was just like that one little tiny patch but it's still really awesome. It's a really cool quilt.
It is.
And it's like really warm and like it's awesome.
Yeah. The lady who made it probably just missed that it's not a Star Wars. It's not a Star Wars thing. Yeah. But I mean, it fits the overall motif, and I mean, and it worked. Yeah, and it looks good.
I could totally see how. Honestly, if I was the one making it, I probably would have done it myself.
I can even see me doing it.
I just thought it was funny because I was like, oh yeah, see, it has this and it has that and it has this and it's Star-Lord, and we just like right after I said it's Star-Lord, I'm like, we like both stopped and looked at each other like
I was like, that's Star-Lord's helmet right there. Like
that's totally something I would do though. Oh my goodness, totally something I would do. This one I am super stoked for. I've been really loving this series, and I just think that it is so good, and I had to.
Yeah, you've really been thrilled on this one. It's
that cat is so cute.
Yeah, it's Inkblot 3.
Yes, number 3. Inkblot has just been really good. I've been impressed with it, and I had to get it added on our pool because the first issue I almost missed out on. Like when we went to the LCS,
caught it.
Yeah, because we usually don't go until Saturday, and it was the last copy they had, and I'm like, yes. And then the second time they had a few copies that I got, just the one. But then today, this was close to the. I think there was only like 3 of them there, so there's only 2.
Who is it? Is it Image? Yeah, it's Image. Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's wondering. Emma Kerbert and Rusty Glad. It's the generation ones where her parents. Like her parents
the Kuberts. Oh god, yeah. They're royalty.
It is so worth the read. Like if you like cats and mischief, just check out Inkblot.
I would love to go to the Kubert Art School. I would.
That just reminded me of a post that I was going to do last night, but then I passed out.
I know. I finally sent you a bunch of art of mine
that. Yeah. You guys just wait till you see. He drew some stuff and shared it with me, and I'm gonna share it.
Yeah, I meant to do it. I'm still working on a lot of stuff, but I mean, I have been getting better at doing it more. I mean, I'm still not. Yeah, where
it's been so hectic. I'm so glad. It's been a long week. It's been way too long.
Well, yeah, with the unknown roommate living in our walls.
That too.
And that's the thing. He hadn't been in there for like, and like we said, how he would go silent for long periods of time. I mean,
at least
he was like
2 days, 2 to 3 days.
Yeah, a couple days he was in there.
Yeah, 2 to 3 days. But we got him out safely.
But yeah, you'll post the pictures right after the show. So yeah, check out Fuchsia's Instagram for sure.
I just have to go to because I was gonna go to my mom's tonight for meds since it's gonna snow tomorrow.
I'm
so glad I have today and tomorrow off. Yeah, I was planning on going after the show.
Well, yeah, I know you would.
Yeah, but I'll get those posted like probably before I go, and then I'll go.
Yeah, Werewolf says I've heard good things about Inkblot. Gonna wait for the trade.
It's definitely, I think, gonna be worth it. I've been enjoying it so far. It's cute and it's quirky and it's just like
he's a cute like on the covers like those big eyes like and it's a cute cat. It reminds me of my old cat.
Yeah, I'm super stoked I'm getting it because it's a good one. Definitely recommend.
We almost got another newer title and that we decided to kind of probably just trade weight on is the Department of Truth one.
Yeah, that one because that one I really like the Something's Killing the Children universe, and so I do want to read more, but I think we are going to trade weight on that one.
Yeah, because I'm not.
Yes, snow. I don't want snow. Sure I don't like the cold.
Oh, I hate it so bad.
I hate. Yeah, it's supposed to snow tomorrow. Or it might start snowing tonight because it sounds like it. Yeah. It was kind of rainy today.
What the hell? No, what was I going to say? There's that Inkblot. What the hell?
On to the next.
Like I'm not like tripping, right? Like Department of Truth, I'm pretty like it's part of the it's killing the children universe. Like I'm not thinking of something else. I don't think. Like I'm pretty sure it's.
I'm not sure. That's a good question because you were the one that told me, and I think it was from when you were checking out the previews.
I know. Like I'm pretty sure it is because like.
I think that
organization that she's from and all that. I don't know if they're like called Department of Truth, but I think it pertains to them. I think.
We'll look into it.
But I don't know. I can't remember. See. It's
we shall see.
I could be wrong. I usually am.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, but I was able to...
You're the one that's usually right. What are you talking about? I'm the one that's usually wrong. I can't remember anything.
Yeah.
It's like my superpower to forget what I'm doing as I'm doing it.
That's the trip. So I'm stoked on this. I checked off a couple from my Deadpool, his first ongoing run that I have the majority of, but here's 26.
Those are good prices, too.
Yeah, and what's trip about this run is, like, it's all, for pretty much most of this run, it was super low
7 months of summer for me now? Oh, I would love 7 months of summer. Our summer is only, like,
well, we're just getting, like,
4.
Yeah, it's, like, ending, you know?
Yeah. Well, like, no, you think even when it is summer and warm weather, well, it's kind of like 50-50. Like, 6 months cold, 6 months warm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is here, especially when we get these weird... snowstorms in June and stuff, you know.
There was one day it was snowing and it was blue skies. It was like snow falling and blue skies. It was a trip. But I wish 74-degree weather was just like year round, like universal.
And that's what's really a trip is like when it's our winter, like how we're like going into our like late fall, early winter.
Yeah, that's true. You're going into your summer.
It's like in their summer.
It's like how on The Simpsons, it's like flushing the toilet. Does it go the opposite way? And I don't think it does, because I think Kachun answered that last time. Kachun answered it in chat last time we asked that question. And it's because
that Wedding Crashers, when he says it in that, but I think that's the whole point of that joke joke in the movie is because he's just like, he's just... Exactly. Because he's trying to kind of get out of like an awkward situation when he says that in the movie. And it's just like he's just saying anything,
Yeah, one of those.
I didn't think it was like a literal thing either, but...
Yeah. One of those.
So that last one was Deadpool 26, and here's Deadpool 27, and this one is kind of like a key from this run, and I think it might be the first meeting between Deadpool and Wolverine. If not, it's at least at the very least an early one. But it might be the first.
Was that the one that you were looking for when you were like frantically going through the box, not sure if it was still there? Not sure.
No.
Knowing.
Okay. So
sure.
no, because this one was on the back wall, on the wall. So this is one that I was going to eventually look for. The one I was actually looking for in the box that they had there last week was actually, I think it's issue 66 from this run.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's 66, but it's the cover when it's got Rhino on it, and he's just like sitting cross-legged on the ground, like kind of looking to the side. He's not facing the viewer. He's like facing the side. Okay. But it's a super. I mean, like I said, this whole run is pretty hard to find, scarce and hard to find. Like it was a low print run.
It gets
all the
super
way beginning
cold.
to end. But just for some reason, like that issue, it's a really hard to find.
Oh, okay. I just wasn't sure. I couldn't remember if it was one that you found or not. But yeah, I hate.
No, it was gone. Yeah.
I hate the winter. Or like I don't always hate it, but it gets so cold, and then I just get tired of being cold that I wish I didn't have to live through it. Like I want to just retire already and go from state to state and just go to different comic book stores and travel and read.
I mean,
I go to comic book stores.
I like the winter and snow. You know, like when it's beautiful. You know, you're inside, it's warm.
Like when it's a bad snowstorm and then it stops snowing and it's like this thick on the ground, but the street lights on and you just see the shimmering, sparkling.
Yeah, I love it at night.
Like, I think that is one of the most beautiful things. It's just so gorgeous. Like the snow itself is just sparkly and shiny and quiet, and then you get like that little mist. I don't mind, but it's cold. And then there's ice, and you slip, and you fall, and that happened once.
Yeah.
It was like, wasn't it our first New Year's together?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was our very first New Year's together. We were at a friend's place, and then I was like, all right, well, I got to get going home because I got to do whatever the next day. And I was walking, so you like walked me to the door. I'm like, okay. And then I'm leaving. And then it was like right after you closed the door, he hears me like a loud.
I hear like a thump, yeah. And I'm like, what the hell was that? Yeah. I open the door and you're like on your ass, like getting up. Like
I was like sitting there like on like just like on my ass pretty much, and like holding the few beers that I had left on open that I was just gonna was the rest of what I had.
Yeah, you're like holding them up like they didn't.
I wasn't drinking and driving though. Because it was like I had bought a 6-pack of like Reds and I had only had like 2, and that was in a matter of like 4 or 5 hours. So it was like, but he opened the door and I couldn't help but laugh. I was like, oh my goodness gracious, I just fell on my ass. Like that must have just
honestly, it probably could have been one of the first times you were probably really embarrassed in front of me, probably.
No, well, I was, but it was one of those moments where it's like you can either cry or you can laugh, and I chose to laugh, and it was just.
It was
freaking hilarious.
No, like what you were saying about that winter though, like at nighttime, with the powder and the shimmer. That was always my favorite when I wrote graffiti growing up. Like that was my favorite time. To go paint.
That was like the best time because it was like it wasn't played in yet.
It was so peaceful and quiet and like I don't know.
It like soothes my OCD to just see it like smooth and then This is one that I'm super stoked on reading because this last one was really good. If you guys aren't reading the series, I think maybe you should because it's good.
I mean, everyone knows this run's been pretty solid.
Yeah, this has been really good read. So I had to get Thor number 9.
Thor number 9. So I'm wondering, that's Donald Blake on the cover. Yeah. So I'm wondering how they're tying this in. And
the way the last one ended, I'm super stoked for this one. So it's Thor number 9, Prey.
Because because like me, you're a
Prey starts here.
You're a pretty big Thor fan too, and I know you
so
haven't.
Beautiful.
I know you haven't read like a lot of his like early stuff, but like
Thor.
His Donald Blake stuff.
It is already 6. Rod probably went there.
God, like at the beginning, Thor actually had like a secret identity kind of thing, and yeah, okay,
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, even I haven't read like his very beginning stuff. I mean, we have. I don't have it in Omni. I think I have it in the Epic collections.
I think so.
The first Thor stuff.
The Simply Incredible podcast had a video at 5:50. I don't know if they're live now. They
I
could
like how
be.
during our show we shout out other people who's live and.
Yeah, because Rod just went coast to coast.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Rod, who was here in the chat hanging out earlier,
Yeah, because
he's
it's
going live here.
6:01, so he just barely went live too, and he's doing the open invite talk comics.
Nice.
Rod's awesome. He's such
Yeah,
a good guy.
Rod.
You guys, he's so awesome. But yeah, I usually try to get it to where we're not like going on during his time, like but it's almost impossible to. Oh, sorry, fixing that. It's like impossible not to go on the same time as somebody else these days. Yeah.
Exactly.
This community has grown so much, so fast, so genuine, so just heartfelt that it's restored my faith in humanity, especially with everything going on, and it's just like it's almost unexplainable. It's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one is another run that I've been working on. I'm just about done. I think there's only like one or two more I need.
I think it's only like 2 or 3 more. No, yeah, like 1 or 2 actually. Yeah, yeah. Because I checked on the
app thing
catalog.
Yeah. But yeah, here it's a super villain team up. Number 16.
Yes. Those I can't wait till we get all of those. I think we are down to like 1 or 2.
And another thing, like I actually saw a trade of this. That's this full run that I'm definitely going to be getting to.
The Simonson comic, Omni, because I really liked this.
That's the one I want to get really bad because we at our LCS they have a $5 bin for trades, and they had the. So there's a there's a run of collected editions out there that collect Simonson's Thor run in 4 not oversized trades, but they're like a good size, but they're not the biggest ones. In 4 of them, but we found the first one in the $5 bin, and every time we go to our LCS, I look for the other ones to see if I can find the other ones, but I looked at the Omni, and that's the one I really want to get. The Thor omnibus of it, and yeah.
That we should get it because I
love
Simonson.
The old stuff like that. Reading it in oversized like omnibuses and trades and stuff because it's that old beautiful art, and it looks so good just printed on new paper and like newly painted and printed.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, it's the wind. It's the storm. There's a tree right outside the window.
I don't know if it was like me
you're
pushing the desk down.
No, it's the wind. There's a tree right out there, and it like hits the window.
Okay.
And then you're always you lean on this. I don't trust to lean on this, because it like.
I know.
I don't. Yeah, I'm super happy that this book came out. This has been a really good series. I've been enjoying it. The Dreaming Waking Hours, and it's Nightmare himself, and it's just like a really good read. I've been enjoying it, and I like this cover too, like the little stars hanging down and the dude in the back, and like I actually really do like this cover too. But I really like this series. The Dreaming like the whole Sandman universe is so good, and I am so excited for the Neil Gaiman's Netflix Sandman universe to be coming out, with it being based. It's not on these ones, but obviously, yeah.
Oh,
it's
speaking
like
of
the
which,
Dreaming the Waking Hours. This is issue 4, and it's been good. I've been giving you every one I've read since because I think you would enjoy it, and you don't have to know the stuff that just ended and finished in order to read this.
So you think I could start with that?
Yeah, you can just start with this, and I think you would enjoy it. I think it's been really good.
Who's been writing that one? G. Willow Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's beautiful. I love the Sandman universe and the Dreaming, Books of Magic, Lucifer, House of Whispers.
But yeah, speaking of which,
so good. Oh, wait, no, I already said it. Yeah.
There was some Neil Gaiman news a couple of days ago, earlier this week, that I had meant to want to put down, and I totally spaced it and didn't. But he was in an interview, and he said something about having 2 series in development right now based off of his like comics and work. And
that's right, you were telling me that.
We obviously know one of them is obviously the Sandman one for Netflix. The second one, he said in it, and it hasn't been announced, but he's kind of like giving little teasers and stuff. I couldn't really, I don't know, I'm still not really sure what it could be, but I am definitely expecting an announcement at some point, probably very soon, of whatever it is.
We will probably get there soon as well because we're running out of room for our books. He's currently going through books, purging from the collection of a bunch of trash that could go.
Like stuff from like quarter bin sales and stuff. Yeah.
I've tried to kind of, as I collect, I've tried to narrow down what I collect and why I collect, so that I don't end up with so many ones that I don't care about. But if you think about it, there's a good chunk of some, I'm sure, if we were to go through all of them, and we are running out of space, so it's like, at some point we'll get there.
Yeah, and it's not stuff that's like just garbage or anything, because like a lot of it, it's stuff that you were getting because you were reading it at the time,
stuff,
and
filler,
stuff like that.
Like it's But no, I wish the best of luck in that endeavor with the books.
Yeah,
hey, Gretzky, thanks for joining us. It's good to
Gretzky.
see you.
Yeah, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're having a good day.
Yes.
But no, yeah, because just like recently, like a few days ago, we had kind of like.
Yeah, because we had started kind of debating
kind of like looking at our collection and just kind of having that thought as well too, like if it's
exactly.
Especially when we've been cutting our newer books down and focusing, and I love that you've been more into that this year, pretty much most this year actually, because
like this whole year,
because when we first started collecting, like you were just more into just reading the awesome stories and everything.
Yeah, because
but now you're much more into like.
Yeah,
books.
I just remembered when I got the Poison Tomorrow, when I was cataloging some other book, and it's a story with Batman, Ivy, and Green Arrow. And it just, like, I'd come across it on one of the apps when I was cataloging books, and I was like, oh, I'm going to put this on my 2020 list, and lo and behold, it was actually available on Amazon, and I got it before 2020 even started. That I'm like, oh hey, I'm off to a good start.
God, you were at
and
the
then now
of the
I'm
year,
like, I still need to get that one slabbed. I really want to get that one clean. I really want to get it sent to DS, and then get it sent to CGC. And it's the one Kavi gave me of the first Silver Age appearance of Catwoman, and I really want to get it subbed. And then I also want to get this one subbed right here, which is the first appearance of Ant-Man that Matt sent me, the boy who had 7, for my birthday.
Scott Lang is Ant-Man,
I got that one for my birthday this year, which was so sweet because it was like, with the con that we were planning on going to, and I was so excited to dig through the bin boxes, like the boxes there to go like hunting. And it was going to be my birthday weekend, and then because of everything that had happened, it got canceled as everything else. But Matt ended up sending me that one for my birthday because he's just one of the sweetest.
Yeah, he
nicest guys
definitely
in the
saved
world.
your birthday for sure.
It was really awesome. So I do want to get that one subbed though. Yeah, because there's Ant-Man.
Yeah, so, I mean that one should be slabbed anyways, but especially that one because that one is super clean. I'm really curious and I want to see what that one comes back as.
Me too. Yeah, it's a matter of time. But I'm gonna get those ones slabbed though.
Yeah. I mean, because it's kind of sad that we, to me at least, that we've still never done our like we haven't even done one. We've never done our own CGC. Like we have a bunch of slabs, but we've never done our own CGC. Like
we'll get there.
But yeah, we'll do it eventually. For sure, because I know I have a lot of like a few where I just need to get them slabbed immediately because I don't want more as like a protective thing.
Exactly, yeah, that too. Yeah, it's a matter of time. We'll get there, but I really want to get it cleaned and pressed to DS and sent out. I can't wait till I get it. I'll get there.
Especially after pressing and clean because I know that book.
Clark Kent and Lois make a cameo.
True story. Oh, I think that's still talking about the Walt Simonson Thor stuff.
Oh yeah, Walt Simonson stuff is good though. I would like his Thor Ragnarok stuff.
Yeah, and what sucks
is it's like a completely different version of Thor, but I still love it.
What sucks that trade that I was able to get, the one how it's I mean it's book 1 in it, so I mean that's awesome, but I know I'll read it and fly through it, but I don't have
exactly.
Sometimes I don't start trades until I have like either all of them or at least a few. Which is not necessarily
a good thing because you could get to the first 3 trades or like first 2 could be really good, and then you get to the third one, the story goes south and you don't like it, but here you are with like up to 8 different trades.
8 more hardcovers after you started
but
hating it.
But then again, at that point, you can send them out as AOKs, and you know exactly how Kachun was saying that they're focusing on collecting certain characters, runs, artist keys, covers. The rest will go, probably sell some, give some away. I agree with you there. Like by the time we do go through what we will get rid of, because I'm sure we're going to get to that point where we have to make space. It'll probably be more going out as AOKs to everybody. And it's like, it's like in collecting certain stuff, the one thing that I have started collecting is finding Catwoman Batman covers.
Yeah, whether it's Batman like, or Tech.
Yeah, whether it's old Batman or old Tech, I really want to try and, like, I'm obviously never going to be able to collect them all because it's like the first cover appearance of Catwoman is in either far.
One. Yeah, her first in Tech, her first in Batman. Like,
but I'm still just so happy and content with finding the books where they're on the cover because it's even in this one she's choking him out, but it's just because she's. I
mean, just obviously just because Batman and Catwoman. Yeah, have special places in our hearts and collections for sure.
Exactly, Bat and Cat, and that's just one thing that
I mean every now and then you even will say something to me that she says it to him in books a lot, like love you Bat, love you Cat, like we'll even say that. Yeah,
it's so true. I love it. You're my Batman.
I'm far from Batman. I'm turning into your Batman though.
I know. All this pandemic, just like working from home.
Oh my God.
And eating more.
I have a belly I've never had before in my life.
It's okay. I still am in little chunk.
I was surprised this one was in the actually just like the regular $2 bins.
Oh yeah, that one was too. Yeah, it was good.
But I was stoked on this one. So it's Ghosts. I think it's 86. Yeah.
Hey,
Ghosts 86.
Superpower Review. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you.
Yo, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, I'm 2 trades into the 4 ice cream man trades. Mrs. Werewolf bought me for our anniversary, 19 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Congratulations. That is so awesome.
Damn, one more year for the 20 years.
That is incredible. That is so... See, like... I swear we don't do it on purpose. It's just like we've been together for so long now. And
I know,
it's like,
we don't have a plan.
Our 8 years is like... nothing compared to those 19, but that is way awesome. Congrats on that.
No, the crazy thing
happy anniversary.
Crazy thing is though, we'll be hitting 19 before we know it though.
God, yeah, time goes by way too fast.
Holy
way
cow.
Too fast.
Like when I kind of like how we've been together, we're close to 8 years total.
Yeah.
Sometimes it kind of, I can see that, but for mostly though, I'm just like, where the hell is that time gone?
It flies by.
Speaking of fly, butterflies on this one.
Butterflies on this one. I love that one.
This is 222, House of Mystery.
I really love the concept of a butterfly and how it's a caterpillar before it's a butterfly, so it like goes through the transformation process. But what I really love is that Ben Howard song where it's like, I will become what I deserve.
That's what I tattooed on you.
Yeah, that Ben Howard song is so good.
I mean, just that whole record of Ben Howard. I mean, I don't know if he's done a record since, and if he has, I haven't heard any. But that one, like,
that's what I love most about butterflies, though. Is it's like, I know it's kind of cliche for women to be into butterflies and stuff, but at the same time, it's like they go from a caterpillar to a butterfly.
Metamorphosis,
and it's like we're supposed to change. Change is constant. We're not going to be the same person that in the entirety of our entire life. There's going to be things that change us and shift us and stuff like that.
Yeah, but make us who we are.
But it's like that Ben Howard song though. The way he put it in the song is it's just like, I will become what I deserve. Is like, it's so good. Like karma comes back around and you just do good, like. Pay it forward. Yeah.
Yeah, pay it forward.
Anyways.
Yeah, McD says, so on January 24th, him and Jackie will be 10 years.
Oh, that's
awesome.
Yeah, that's what actually, I am so glad I just remembered that. It was so awesome when we were at the grocery store and they're starting to sell the Advent calendars. And he reminded me of the very first time he came across and discovered McD. It was that Jackie was doing the style of an Advent calendar as a new comic book. Each, like
I think that was the very first one.
Yeah, that was one of the first things I remember of like ever seeing McD was just, and you were telling me like, oh hey, this is really cool. His wife got him a book for each day, and he gets to open one a day, and I was just like, that's brilliant.
Such an awesome idea, right?
Yeah, that is so good. Like, such a good idea. I love that.
Yeah. So anytime I see him now, like I saw him at the store, like I've just made me think of that.
Yeah, when we were grocery shopping, and I was like, oh yeah, it's so awesome. Like I can't believe 10 years goes by fast.
Yeah, 10 years. Like, yeah, she puts up with me, man. I'm very lucky. Yeah, for sure. Right.
Yes.
If people like us could find someone to put up with us.
It's out there, man. It's a possibility.
I didn't think it was.
That's a brilliant idea, though, and I just remember that it was the first thing. It was awesome.
It is. It's such a good. I love this cover. But yeah, that House of Mystery 222.
And then this last one that I have, I was super stoked for. I ended up getting the variant. The first one, the other one was really good. It was really a hard choice because I liked the regular cover, and I liked the variant, but I couldn't get both of them.
We both sat there staring at both of them for a while.
Yeah, but I decided to get the variant anyways, so I got the Hellblazer Rise and Fall book 2. I figured I would go with the variant because I liked the blue and the purple, or in the pink and the green. Like I just liked the colors on it. You got John Constantine.
I mean, the colors on the other one was pretty cool too. Yeah, though.
That's why it was so hard. It was such a toss up. I wanted to get both of them, but they're like too expensive to get covered by
like $7. Yeah.
Maybe down the road get just like the regular one at another time. Mm-hmm. But I ended up going with this one because this story I thought was really good. I enjoyed the first one.
I still need to read the first one.
I think you would like the first one. I think you would like the first one a lot. And
at this point, if it's going to be like a 3-book one, like how I'm sure it will be. These have been so far, I'm just going to wait until all 3 are out, and I'll wait. But I say that, but that's what I'm doing. Yeah. I think I have, is it 3 or 4 whole 3-book series of DC's prestige stuff that I haven't even started yet.
Like
the
Superman
one, the Harley.
You still need to read the Harley Quinn one.
Was it the Harleen?
Harleen. Yeah, Harleen was really good. I was not expecting Harleen to be as good as it was. And the only reason I got into it is because those guys sent us the first one. And then I got hooked. And then NYC sent me the second one on the cosmetology. And then I got the third one. And that was a really good read. But these ones I've been enjoying. I don't know how rare or how like the variant worked on this one, on like if it was incentive or if it was just... I haven't looked that up yet.
I don't know.
But I thought it was a pretty cool variant. I thought it looked good, so I had to, because it's like you can see in how he's like in the mouth of the beast and like. Mm-hmm. I like the red and the black at the top though too.
Yeah, I think.
So I decided to go with the variant on this one, and then that was my last new book that I got this week.
I think it's by J.H. Williams, if I remember right.
I think you're right. I think it is.
On those like prestige format or Prestige Plus or whatever those big magazine size ones are.
Harleen was a really great read. Oh, who does the interior art on that Hellblazer? We were about to find out. Let's see.
I can't remember who the interior one was.
It is. Oh God, I love these these bigger ones. Story is Tom. Art is Derek Robertson. Color Diego. Lettering by Bennett.
So Derek
cover
Robinson.
by Robertson and Rodriguez, and then variant cover by J.H. Williams the third.
And,
ooh, God.
Oh yeah, and it's Tom Taylor writing that,
so good. Yes.
Oh, I bet that is good.
Oh, see, and then here's the back of it. Like even the back of it is cool.
Yeah, Kachung says DC Magic is my favorite DC stuff. Mm-hmm. My 2 favorite DC characters are Dr. Fate and Demon. I love those guys too. I also love Justice League Dark. Yeah, see. I'm surprised we hadn't been getting Justice League Dark the whole time, but it's really been recommended, to both of us really, but especially to you recently. And
with the nation tearing itself apart and the irredeemable 1% falling from the sky, will John Constantine lift a finger? If so, which one? Which finger? Like, isn't that great?
I've always
so
loved
good. Yeah.
So, Derek Robinson, the boys artist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We still need to watch The Boys and get into like. I've heard good things about The Boys, but I've been seeing some of the art on it, and it's really good. Yeah, so that's who does this one, Hellblazer Rise and Fall.
Yeah, I really want to read that.
I'm gonna end up just start reading it if I open it again.
But yeah, like Kachung said, I really like the like DC Magic stuff as well.
See, so like it goes on to say, if I can do this, hold on 1 second.
But maybe. Yeah, that Justice League Dark run, I think we recently decided we'll probably like get them in trade or something at this point, because
here's the thing.
I think it's done, right? Didn't they cancel that one too?
I think, which one?
I think they did, the Justice League Dark one.
Oh yeah, they did, because somebody was telling me that I should read it.
and it was
they were
like,
recommending it, and it could be Werewolf if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, it
I
was
think it
like,
was Werewolf. Yeah, and I am still interested in it because we were gonna look into it, and it is like it's ended. It's Justice League Dark,
yeah,
and it has ended, but it's like underrated stuff. Apart, like it's a really good read. Like
yeah.
it's
Kachung
yeah.
was saying
So
he really likes it as well.
I need to put. What I was gonna say though is like when these started coming out, even this bag and board size was odd. You know, like when the
The
first
magazine
Doom,
one.
not Doomed. Why I was gonna say Doomed. When the first Batman Damned came out, it was like one of the first ones in like this square prestige format that I actually really love the size and thickness of these books being a little bigger than what the regular ones are. I mean, like thick story wise, but at least
Well,
like
they
I
have.
wish like with these though they would have at least done that. Like if they did Last Ronin this size, we wouldn't have that comic book issue with the back and board and makeshifting a back and board.
I mean, they did have kind of magazine size,
Yeah,
but
magazine. Yeah,
before
prior.
Damned, but it's slightly like a
Yeah.
little bit. They were slightly bigger because there was like the older Marvel magazines or like the
Yeah.
older like from the '60s, like
And like the
Vampirella magazines,
bicentennial
and those.
yeah.
And there actually is Treasury,
Yeah.
sizes as well that I need to
So
get.
it's
But
like with those when they came out, it was like, oh, this is a different type of bag and board that I'm not used to. I even though I knew it, but it was like it was one that was already existing. It was one that was already there. But
yeah,
they changed the size on it by like a
I think it's just
milli
that, yeah, the width or
like
something.
yeah,
I
like
think,
a width because there was one that we tried to get to fit in there and it just wasn't
and it
going.
wouldn't. Yeah, I was
But
like,
you think that it would. And so it's like at least with these being an odd shape or size bigger than your average book or current book, I'm really glad that the bags and boards aren't as just singled out as the Ronin one. Because the Ronin bag and board is its own
yeah,
size.
it's like
Yeah.
it's a different one.
Which he actually made shift the one that he has.
But like I said, there was that. I can't remember what company it was, but there was one that I saw that
Yeah.
said they were making uh, custom size. They were making a size for this book specifically. I
Ooh,
wonder what
so
they were gonna
excited
what
for
they were gonna call it.
Titans. We finally get Red Hood.
Yeah, the Titan show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome. It's
but yeah.
awesome.
I mean, we don't have the app or anything. I mean, so we haven't been watching it, but
Yeah, he made sure. But yeah,
yeah.
so now that we've gone over everything, is that the order that you wanted to do it?
Yeah, we
Can we go over our spoil free? Like it was so good, so good. And my brother-in-law is a big TMNT fan too. So like I had realized earlier, I'm like, wait, I don't know if he's reading this one. He needs to be reading it if he's not. So I'm like, hey, have you read it? And
Yeah.
he actually has read it, and it's one of the best stories I've read in a really long time. Like, it's just it holds the same emotion for me that Magic Order did.
Oh,
I
yeah.
loved Magic Order, and I am so glad you sent me that book, McD, because it was just such a good read. I loved that book, and just that emotion of that story of like its meaning, and so this was a really good one. But yeah, see, so he kind of like had found a bag that was a little thicker. You can kind of see how it's maybe a little thicker compared.
And it looks a little murky too because
Yeah.
it's definitely like
Yeah.
one of those like 3 or 4 mil bags.
Yeah, it's one of the thicker bags. Not yeah, and it's like the back of it fits just about right to where the back. I wonder if it was like, well, no, it wouldn't be a slab. Like,
No,
yeah, I don't know where you
it
got
could
this
be like
bag,
a
but
3 or 4 mil, maybe silver age bag.
he did have to tape the boards though.
Yeah, so you could see
Yeah.
like that is the only amount that it's short.
Yeah,
So I just put a second one on.
but I mean, it is a pretty decent makeshift bag and board. And it's like it being in the bag and board doesn't do it justice because it looks a lot better outside of the bag and board. I really liked the size though. I just wish that it was like not so singled out because there's some of it where we're reading where like I wanted to like look at the inner part, but I didn't want to open it that wide because I'm like, like trying to like protect it too.
Yeah, just like Andy said in his video we
exactly.
watched, where it's
Comic
like
Man Andy.
the
Agreed.
art is like you have to look at every panel in the background and like you
Yeah.
pay attention. You really want to be able to look at all the art down the middle, but You're trying
Honestly,
not to
if
muff
they
it up
would have had
either.
another one, I think I would have bought it.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I would have gotten another one because I do want to get another one of this and just. It was so good. I am so happy you got it.
Oh, McD. Oh, you did get it. Okay.
Yeah.
I read that book twice when I got it today. It was incredible. I know. I read it twice,
So
right back to
good.
back, right after another.
Yeah, because it's like.
I'm gonna read it again tonight. I've only read it just that twice initially.
It's so good.
It is.
Like, I know I'm definitely gonna read it again. It's so worth the read. It's such a good story, and like the end, like the last two pages.
God. Oh. The last one, like
right? Yeah.
Oh my heck!
Good. See, it's giving me chills.
I know.
It's like
I just got
good.
goosebumps
It's like
too.
It's goodness.
And obviously, we need to find that. I wish we could find that picture when we're talking about this.
Yeah.
You know, of me when I was a kid.
I know. I almost started looking for it yesterday.
I know it's in there somewhere.
Like yesterday, because we were all over the place yesterday. Like I didn't get the chance to work because of the bird and everything and getting that out. It was just too loud and I couldn't do it. The distraction, but we were like getting sidetracked from one thing to the next like so easily.
We were extra specially scattered way more than usual. Yeah.
This is why I should never ever be in charge. And we will not get anything done. Well, maybe sometimes I do get things done, but yeah.
And that's what today's been. It's been the hangover from that.
Yeah, I bet you anything. The picture of you in your TMNT costume is in that closet up on the top shelf, but there's just so much to get to. And then there's like, it's a matter of time.
It's not as easy as it sounds as just grabbing it from the top of the closet. That's for sure.
I am so sold. I cannot wait for issue 2. I am so excited for issue 2. But yeah, this is the bag and board that he made shift, and it is a thicker, what do you call it, bag?
I mean, it's probably either 3 or 4 mil. It's the thickness. Like the average comic bag is usually 2 mil.
Yeah, and this one's thicker, so it doesn't do it justice with it being in the bag and board. But it was such a good read.
Yeah, McD has an awesome question. Soldier Future and everyone in chat, who is your favorite turtle? Mine has always been Leonardo.
Donatello.
I can see that. Yeah, I can. That would probably be my guess.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't. I don't think I knew yours. I can't, but I'm not surprised by it. But
I don't think you did.
I don't think I ever had.
Yeah.
I would say either him or Michelangelo, but Donatello is where
I really like Donatello, and like I really like Michelangelo too, though.
I mean, I like all of them obviously, but Leonardo was always my favorite one.
Leonardo was so good too, and you know what I love about all 4 of them is that they're just so different from the other,
but so similar too. So
similar too. Like I love that how it's like their family and
brothers.
Like, they're just each one. They all have like the same thing in common. They're a TMNT, but at the same time, each one is just so diverse and completely different. And I still love the movie as a kid growing up where they order the pizza and they can't find the place, and it's of course because it's under the sewer. It's in the sewer under the ground, and then they get the dude shows up with the pizza and it's late. He's like, 5 minutes late. You said it was free. He's like, oh, come on, man. He's like, and then they snatch it. Mm-hmm. Like, I love TMNT turtles. Like, the turtles are great. Like,
I know.
Donatello was just my favorite.
I know. It was such a big part of like my childhood too. And like I just love it. And like, I mean, I know I've said this many times on the show, but like, I mean, you wouldn't think it since I don't have that much turtle stuff right now. I mean, I have some stuff, but and how I had been waiting for, I mean, because like McD said, what was it? What was that? Was it City
Lee
of War?
Is an awesome choice.
I think it's City of War or whatever. The story arc to jump on would be a good one.
Oh yeah, the trade that you found. Yeah, that is there.
Yeah, I probably should have put them in the hold though, because they only had 1 copy of each. Because it's a 2-trade story arc, City of War.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a yes. Will you be also picking up the current IDW TMNT?
That's what I was getting to, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was getting to.
He is definitely going to. I want to, too, because it's like my brother-in-law is a big fan of TMNT, too. Yeah, he is. And so when I realized that, I'm like, wait, he is back into comics again, and he's reading more. I had hit him up. I was like, if you're not reading this, you totally should, because it's like, it's so worth it. I didn't want him to miss out, because I know he's a big TMNT fan.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I know it's a different universe, but still Pizza Planet. Like, Pizza Planet is Toy Story, but it's just pizza always reminds me of Toy
The
Story
Turtles,
2.
yeah.
Yeah. So I just
Yeah,
had
pizza
that like
always will remind me of the
connection.
Turtles.
But
But no, yeah. So
it's such a good read.
So how I had been waiting to get City of War before jumping on. Like I'm at this point now. Like I don't. After reading that, I'm like I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna get the next Turtles book that comes out.
I agree.
But
the
like
beauty in it.
I'm kind of confused. I'm kind of confused. Like about so like the overall. Like looking into overall like Turtles in the comic books. Like so like I saw the trade at the thing at RLCS. It's like trade like 20, is it 21 and 22 or 22 and 23? I don't know. But
yeah.
So I go all the way down. I mean, they don't have one, but they had like two. And I know that's like the first like IDW stuff, but I'm trying to think, that wasn't like the original stuff, or is that like the current ongoing that's still going now? Or because I'm trying to remember like how the history goes, because I know there was a big thing like with the rights and stuff in the past, and
I'm not sure.
Like there's some homework and stuff I'm sure I'm gonna have to do here too to kind of get caught up with the history of them and everything, but.
Sorry.
I just want to read the ongoing, the main ongoing, like, and it just sucks because when I was looking at the trades, I'm like going cross-eyed.
There's so many of them.
With like Tales of Turtles, this and that. Yeah. It's just like so many different ones.
I can't recommend it more. It's such an awesome read. I agree with you there 100%. And the art is beautiful. Like, it's so very well executed. It is just gorgeous. Like I remember like when I was reading it and it just like looking at the art and the style just is so captivating. And the colors, the vibrancy.
Well, the original was black and white.
Yeah.
The original the original.
We were really hoping that we were going to be able to make it to the nerd store to see if they had any of the variants.
Yeah.
We still want to try and make it. It's just the downside is that they may still be priced higher than what they would have been cover. So it's like I still want to go check them out. If they are selling them for cover, then I might get one, but I bet you anything they might be overpriced. So it's kind of 50-50. But if we get the chance, I do definitely want to try and go to the nerd store to see if there is any that we can get our hands on, because it's just it's so it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, because off the back how they have the pictures of a bunch of them.
Well, I love the back of that one just being red with the black circle and the red R, with the black R. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, I like what what did it get into? Oh yeah, Werewolf said I've never read a Turtles comic, can't afford to go down that rabbit hole. Yeah,
it's
Turtles
so
is
good though.
Yeah, it's definitely another rabbit hole. It's another one of those
Doctor Who's kind of a rabbit hole.
Oh God, yeah.
It kind of is. Like,
yeah, I mean, especially anything that's been around that long.
I've been meaning to do that. I haven't done that yet.
But yeah, I was just getting I was trying to get confused on like what ones to get and.
Yeah. I just remembered that these were off to the side. It's my triple threat. Like, I have these two, and then I have that one right there. That is the same book. Like, I need to get a picture of all three of them.
Yeah, because you have the one slab, then the one newsstand, and then the one direct.
Yeah. Right? The 9/6. Yeah. Sorry. It's a squirrel. I saw a squirrel.
I know, yeah.
Like, there was even on the way to the comic book store, like, we were talking about something, and then, like, mid-sentence, I'm like, oh, hey, look, a scooter.
I know.
It was like just it wasn't like at a house. It was just like at a bus stop. I'm like, huh? Because I made him drive this time. He has better driving than me. You are missing out. Like the Last Ronin is so good, so worth it.
Like what I would really love is a nice, fatty, series of 3, 4, 5, however many like Turtles omnis. I mean, IDW would probably call them compendiums, but.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't, because you went a little crazy and got a bunch.
I know. You think that would have been.
I know. We ended up giving away a freaking Fantastic Four, or was it ASM?
No, it was Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it was Fantastic Four Omnibus that we did in our first giveaway.
Yeah, Volume 1.
We should do another subscriber giveaway where, like, because I think we're only at like what 2 something, or at 3, 2 something.
Like 3,
I don't know. We need more subs.
If we actually grew, we would have milestone.
Well, if we're actually consistent and on time and
we're consistent. We're
reliable.
here every week, but
not necessarily because every once in a while we do miss a week.
Well, here and there, yeah, I guess.
We got to work on our consistency. I know the one thing that we're really consistent at is being late. Fashionably late. And it's funny because when we started doing the show at 4, we were always just a little bit late. They were like, hey, if we push it to 5 and we still prep like we're doing it at 4, maybe we won't be late. And it might have worked, I think, for like a week. well, not a week, a month. I think it worked for like 2 or 3 episodes, and then shortly after is when we started being late for our own show again. Yeah, I'm pretty fired.
Yeah, I have no.
Can't help it.
Yeah, sorry. I know. I've just always been an.
Just use the best things to get instead of trades. I think is the hardcover TMNT IDW collections, as they have everything in chronological order. IDW has done for the Turtles, and the books are gorgeous. That it would definitely soothe your OCD, because he is trying to get like the Daredevil run and some of the Spawn stuff, and it's like the trades that he does have, part of the story overlaps in a different one, but then in this version he's in this, and he did like, they didn't change the creative, they changed the creative team, but not the numbers or issues,
yeah, because
or
back
whatever.
then they didn't do that as often.
Aren't you still trying to complete that Daredevil one that you want to get, and it's just like, yeah,
it's
really awesome.
I'm glad you called those two out too, because those are the ones that it really messes with my OCD.
I listen,
because
I just may not always seem like it,
because those are the two that
I forget
that I'm trying to collect every one, but between like 3 different mediums, whether it's hardcover, omni, single, or softcover trade. Yeah. It's definitely irking my OCD, but the one that pleases it so far is Incredibles. Invincible. Is that it? I don't know. That doesn't sound right. But the Robert Kirkman and Ryan Otley one. Yeah, Invincible. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I don't know why it sounded wrong.
What I was going to say is ironic is even in one of your Daredevil trades that you have, it says complete collection, but it's not.
Not even close.
Not even close. But the book says it's a complete collection.
I hate how Marvel words their
See, so I listen. I forget very easily.
Because it's not that hard. Their regular trades, they have 5 to 6 issues.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's like the oversized ones that have 10, 11, 12, 13 sometimes.
Just filling my ASM run, those early issues are expensive, very, very much.
Ooh, yeah, those
just
are the
picked
ones.
up 25 and 27. Hell yeah! Congrats. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, Fear Agent is a great series.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
TMNT IDW collections are not too bad in price here in the UK. They're like 40 to 50.
So if they're
60 US. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, so that's I would love, because I'm a fan of
I try and get one a month. That's definitely, I agree there.
That's like what I was doing with Invincible, because I have 3 of the 12, I think.
Yes.
So if it's 50, 60 here, that's got to be one of their oversized ones that's like 12, 13 issues. And those are the ones I like more.
Yeah.
Because like the hardcovers that are like only 6 issues, they're like really thin hardcovers. I don't know. I kind of like the bigger ones better that have 13, 14 issues,
exactly.
12.
Oh my goodness gracious. How are we already at an hour and a half again?
Oh, geez. I missed that. Yeah, we haven't even gotten into the news yet.
I ate before the show, so I'm not starved.
So you're not like rushing us out of the...
It was a really good sandwich, too.
Out of the thing. So yeah, there was only, like, news-wise, there was only just like a couple like tidbits and stuff that I was looking at real quick before we jumped on.
We could do that next week.
Yeah, we probably could, because it's nothing really too major, but there was this one that I was just kind of reading right before that, with it being one of my favorite all-time artists, it's definitely a bummer, though. But like the artwork of the late John Buscema reportedly stolen. Oh. Like this story I was reading online.
Oh yeah, you did tell me about that.
Yeah, so earlier. His daughter. John Buscema, he's no longer with us. He passed. I can't remember how long ago at this point, but it was his daughter, I guess. Reported that 45 pieces of his original art. Like commissions even, but yeah, just 45 pieces of his original art was stolen from the family, is how she said it. She didn't say, she even said during it she couldn't go into more detail because of the, the cops and ongoing investigations and all that stuff, but I wasn't really able to get too much more from it, but yeah, because I don't think they obviously caught anybody or anything like that, so... but they were, I don't know if there's anywhere where there's picture or a list of what some of the work was, because obviously they have been putting words out into the global comic community and art community and stuff too, to see if these pieces start showing up anywhere. which, they should be. I've seen a lot of stories like this before in the past, like from like thefts and stuff.
I couldn't believe that.
And
what is wrong with people?
A lot of the ones that
I
I've at least
know.
read or came across myself, it seems like a lot of them they do like catch pretty often because the community says like, hey, that piece right there, it's
They're able to pick up on it, which is it. Like I don't understand how people could be so low. Like, why do you have to be so like they have like no humanity
and
in
with
them. 'Cause
this
it's
being
like,
and with this being reported like by his daughter, 45 pieces, and she just said like, quote unquote, from the family, like this sounds like it had to have been like right out of the damn house or something.
yeah,
And
like,
and they did say during it too, like this artwork was definitely targeted specifically because nothing else, there was like no other, it was just this. It
it's
wasn't like
crazy
it
what
was like
people will
a home
do.
invasion and it just so happened to gotten taken
Yeah, it
amongst
was
a
like
ton of
planned.
other
It
things.
was premeditated.
Yeah.
Definitely premeditated. And I don't understand why somebody would just still like because the way I was born like raised is that you earn the things that you work for. You have that dignity, that integrity, that drive to take care of yourself, like you the things you get and the things you work towards it's like the scenario where going to the gym and working out and getting the endorphins, it just makes just the
The reward
endorphins
makes you
like
keep going, but
yeah,
it's like
exactly. So
yeah.
it's like, and being able to have something to show for your accomplishments and having goals, it's like it's such a good feel good feeling that I don't understand how somebody could just be so low that instead of working hard for something to be proud of,
Just taking it from someone.
yeah, you just take it from I don't understand how
Exactly.
people do that. Like I just
The one
yeah.
I feel really bad for right now though is his daughter.
Yeah, that
Because
too.
this is her dad, who's no longer with her.
Yeah.
His work.
What breaks my heart is I'm sure Jabroni would have loved The Last Ronin.
Oh God, I know, right?
Yeah, right. It's just
And
yeah.
I I remember like I read something recently, and it was with Eastman, and he was saying like how this is actually like a story he had been wanting to write for a long time. Like he actually had this like the kind of like idea of this like in his head like since the beginning.
Sorry, that was kind of off track.
No,
It's what I'm good
you're
at.
good.
But yeah, I don't understand how some people can be so low. It's like why do you have to take it from like how on my birthday somebody had broken our car window.
Oh yeah,
Nothing was stolen.
It was this year.
Nothing was gone. It was on my birthday. It was the day of my birthday.
Is it this year or last year?
This year.
No, it was this year. Yeah, that's right.
I came outside to a shattered window and nothing was stolen. And it was like, why would you do that to somebody? Like, I just, karma works. Karma's the thing.
It does.
You attract what you like what's the word I'm looking for?
Like you reap what you sow.
No, it's how my mom put it. It's like thought, affirmative thoughts. Like affirmations.
Affirmation.
Affirmations.
Yeah.
Yes. Haha. See, maybe hooked on phonics. Maybe no, it
Nope.
didn't work at all. I was thinking that might have worked for a second, but
Nope.
no. Yeah, that's affirmative. Affirmative.
Or,
thought.
No, affirmation.
Affirmation. Yeah.
But yeah, affirmative. Yeah, that.
Because it's like you attract what you put out. Like yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's work hard to afford the stuff you own. Exactly. There's even a meme that my sister shared, or it was one that I shared, and she shared it from mine. It was I think it was Clint Eastwood, and it was work hard for what you have so that you don't ever have to say somebody else gave it to you.
Yeah,
that somebody can take it away, or that somebody just but it's it was along those lines of like work hard for what, and it's I mean at least that's what my generation was taught, so I'm just baffled by others.
Yeah. Yeah. I am too, that's for damn sure.
Oh wow, I went to camera. Oh yeah, because I forgot I went live for a second on Instagram before.
I know you did that as I'm like really about like hitting like go live on here,
and I was really only live for like maybe 5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, because we've been meaning to try and do like advertise a little bit more and better. Speaking of which, next week on the show, we're gonna do something different.
Oh yeah, because I actually started doing the video intro for Real Pixels, and it's gonna be my own little movie review of just movies that I love and why I love them, and if you haven't seen them, why you should see them, and what I think of them and what they mean to me. And it's just gonna be Real Pixels, and it's just gonna be getting pixelated.
Yeah, and what we're thinking is we'll do it on this show next week, kind of like as like a do the first one just kind of like as a segment, and then from then on. I don't know if you really nailed down like a date of the week that you do it, but
I think it's going to be Tuesdays.
And is it going to be like live or on Instagram?
I think it's going to be pre-recorded, but I might do a special live one if like with somebody else, like have like a guest and go over, so it's not just solo, but someone. I'm still working out all the kinks.
Yeah,
I just know it's going to be Real Pixels, and I've gotten the intro started, and it's going to be fun getting pixelated with everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, because movies and TV and film
little blurry, little fuzzy, little like Linda
is they're big parts of us as well. Mm-hmm. I can't remember. Oh, but there was because we're still trying to get used to.
Oh wait, what was I doing?
Like IG Live and IGTV, and kind of just doing other stuff like on some other, like platforms and stuff as well too.
Hey, Comico Dino.
Yeah, Comico Dino, what's going on, buddy? Hope you're having a good weekend.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is what I did. Yes, he had messaged that one. This is the first IDW collection volume.
Ooh. That's sick.
It's one to recommend picking up instead of the trades.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's even better.
You know how much how I love those like hardcovers like that. Actually, in McD's AOK, box is one of those the Spawn ones that I know he's gonna love too.
Yeah, I know.
And it reminds me of those, so that's that's why
we're gonna get we have 4 AOKs that we're working on, and we're gonna get them out by Christmas.
Yeah, I want to have them out by Christmas. We'll get them
stripped out in December. Yeah. But we're just about done with them. So there's still a few that we're working on that we still need to get more for, that we want to get more for. But here soon, I'm hoping they'll be ready by Christmas to get them sent out.
Yeah, because they are. Yeah, all of them now are looking pretty good.
Yeah, they're getting there. Every day is a little closer. But I still got to go to my mom's, and it's 7:00.
Yeah, 1:32. Yeah, this one.
We almost went like an hour and a half. Jeez.
It's gone. Yeah, a little bit longer
than my goodness gracious, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us for this long. I didn't know we could entertain that. I don't know with how sidetracked we get.
Yeah, for real, right?
Did you want to come with me? You should come with me.
Nope.
You should drive.
I'm gonna stay home and read.
Oh, you're gonna be passed out. There was one time he was reading and he had started to fall asleep, and then the book closed and it like scared him awake.
Made me like.
It just I was like, I should stop him from damaging a book, but my goodness gracious, I could not stop laughing for 20 minutes when he woke himself up, scaring himself. Much love to you as well, McD. Thank you guys all so much for joining us and hanging out with us for as long as you did. We truly appreciate it. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
Yeah, and we also love everyone listening to the podcast later when we post this on most of the major podcast apps.
If you are kind and rewind, thanks for the replay. We truly appreciate it as well. And always try to be nice, but never fail to be kind. Take care of one another. Live long and prosper. See you guys next week.